You're an eager beaver.
Yeah, I was just sitting here. I figured I'd sign in early.
Excellent.
Except we had Wi-Fi issues about half an hour ago. But it just required a reboot of the system. The kids were just starting their school, and all of a sudden the Wi-Fi went down.
Sorry, did you say your Wi-Fi was down?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They started their classes, and then everyone got kicked off. So I just had to reset the whole.
Holy crap! That's yeah, the whole trend towards distance learning is really troubling.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to pick up social skills.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, especially it's funny because like a lot of people don't do well online, right? Like my son's class, he said like most of the kids they don't even answer questions. Nobody puts their camera on. Most of the kids don't like unmuting them. Like they'd rather answer questions in the text chat than verbally with the microphone. So
yeah, that's going to backfire on all of our society.
Yeah,
I had an interview yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It was the first interview where right in the middle of it, and if Tiffany's watching this at any point in time in her life, she'll know what I mean. So there's a lady who started a company in Calgary called Cement. And what they're doing is they're using behavioral science and machine learning models just to understand what is the likelihood of a person to respond to a specific message in a certain way. And they're using that technology in the field of collections or distressed individuals who are about to go like miss one of the payments. Basically. So before they pass on to collections, they have an algorithm that calculates what should they say, in which way, and what should they offer the person so that they maintain a positive relationship with the brand rather than just like, give us the money.
Yeah.
So she's what I'm guessing she's 35. She's under 40. And so she and her partner, they started this company. They just closed a round of, I think, 73 million in funding, and that was their round B. And here I was sitting there at the interview, and in the middle of the interview, it's one of those ethereal feelings when you start looking at yourself from the outside. Yeah. And I realized that if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't be so kind. I would just say like, this interview is going nowhere. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. You're rambling and you're trying to skate through the questions. Why are we having this discussion? Yeah. It was the worst ever conversation. But she was much kinder than I am, and she actually stuck through it.
Yeah. Were you just
suffice to say, this is not going any further.
Was it
but
because
it was unbelievable?
It wasn't your area of expertise, or you were just not into it? What was the deal?
I was tired a day. It was at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Excuses really doesn't matter. It was just what struck me is not only was I bad, I was able to recognize how bad I was myself, but you can't really extract yourself from that situation. Yeah. What Natalie said was actually very profound afterwards. He says, well, I guess you don't need it. And I thought to myself, I probably don't, because I would rather we succeed with story time.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to go through the motions.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that was a splendid and a fantastic disaster.
Yeah. I had an interview a few years ago. I was trying to get out of Pressima, and it was a company called Rexall or something, but it was like electrics company. Like they sold electrical supplies.
Also not the Rexall that I thought about.
No, not that's what when they phoned me, I thought it was the drugstore, but it was an electrical supply company.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I don't have any experience. Oh no, but we look for people from other industries, all this stuff. But when I went in for the interview, it was like I was there just so they could check the box off that they'd interviewed somebody from outside the industry. it was funny too, because the interview kicked off. It was the HR person, like, and then two VPs or something, three of them on one side of the table, me on the other side. And the lady comes in who'd I'd spoken with on the phone, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Chris." And I just laughed. I said, "It's Greg." And she goes, "Oh yeah, sorry." And I go, "It's funny because out of any name that in the world that you could have called me other than my own name, you called me Chris, which is my brother's name, which I get called quite frequently." It was just I don't know. It was such a weird, and same thing. Like halfway through the interview, I was sitting there going, like,
What
"Why
are you
am I
doing?
even here?
Yeah.
Like, clearly you have no intention of hiring me."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
So my and you know what, it's interesting because both you and I have been through situations when you interview people. And the one thing that kept going through my head is so I talked to their HR personnel, like the screening interview.
Yeah,
We had a very lovely chat, like a very, very good chat. Obviously, I made it to the next round.
yeah,
And I was just thinking, she's gonna go to them and say, "What the fuck is this? Like,
yeah,
how did you?" And it's like, "Are you talking about the same person? We had a lovely chat." She's
yeah,
like, "This was a disaster. This was a."
yeah.
But how was your day? Did Amy get back to you?
No,
Okay, she was
no,
blown away by the material.
yeah. Well, I don't even know if she had a chance to look at it. I mean, she was in the middle of stuff when I called her, so
Yeah.
um, I don't expect to hear from her. I didn't expect to hear from her yesterday, so we'll see what happens if I hear back from her today.
How's your pilot with Jamie? Oh, beta with Jamie.
Good. There's on the analytics this morning, it shows 20 users. Now I had 16 people sign up, but I had 5 people prior to that signed up before I flipped it to private with email.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming though it's those other randomized emails that I can't tell who it is that's
Oh,
on
right,
it.
because your app is just basically you don't have to register for it, right?
No, well, they registered into my system just so I had their information, but I put their email addresses in the user table. Like you can only log into it if you're in the user table.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I am confused
All right.
because I thought that feature was only enabled for pro private apps.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Don't share your screen if you have emails in the table.
No, I'm not sharing. I'm just gonna open it up and see what it says. Yeah, I'm on limit access to emails and user profiles.
In the private,
Under private sign-in, yeah.
and you paid $32.
Yeah, I don't know what I paid.
Jesus Christ. Gregory,
What?
can you find out? Because it's either folks at Glide don't know what they're doing, or you're paying $2 per person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll check my billing.
The only reason I ask is this: if you have that option, then their pricing table is out of whack.
Yeah,
And
I'm on private pro monthly.
private pro monthly.
And it says my next payment is $40 on June 23rd.
I don't get it. Pricing, private pro. Oh yeah, you're plus $2 per extra user. Okay. Oh, you only have 20 private users included. What does that mean?
Yeah, so in your whatever your fee is, you're already includes the first 20 people.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah, so you are on private pro. That's I was hoping that there was a mistake and we could use the Pro app and anyway.
That's
Doesn't
good.
matter.
Let me see here. I'll share this. I think I can share this without giving away the farm.
Yeah, go to unique users. Users is then in analytics is not the same as what you and I would have believe.
Where's unique users?
You would go to audiences. Oh, oh, I'm not sure if it's this. No, no, sorry, not this one. Engagement, I would assume this is the new version of analytics. No. Oh, demographics. Yeah, overview. Users by city. United Kingdom 11, Canada 5. Scroll down for a sec. Demographic details. Man, they had to change everything, hadn't they? Like,
Of course.
yeah, new users engaged. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So anyway, they're using it. Like they're not
Oh.
spending a ton of time on it. 6 minutes, 5:32 is the average.
What?
Right here, average engagement time, 5 minutes, 32 seconds.
Oh shit, you're not excluding yourself again. Of course not. Doesn't matter, dude. 5 minutes is it's obviously haven't done a lot of web analytics. You know what an average time on the page usually is?
Oh, I know it's low, but
Less than a minute. So that's a long time.
Yeah. This is a dedicated audience.
Indeed.
So
and let's can you go to
go to events,
engagements, please?
engagements.
Engagement at the top. I think that's overview. Average engagement time, sessions per user 1.6. Event counts. Okay. Go to views by page size and screen class. Yeah, models. Yes, 132. Oh, okay. Models is by far one of the most used ones. Yeah, so homepage, obviously everyone went through the homepage.
Yeah,
quotes.
like models gets them then into some of these other
pages. Oh, so models is also a page.
Yeah.
And why would it be 6 minutes if it's a transition page?
I don't know. Unless it counts what's in there differently. Because when you go to models, there's a list, it's like an inline list. And then you click on a model and then it takes you to the detail of that model, which then has the audio. And
so click at the plus on the top. Again, this is new for me. This is the new interface. Go to, well, sure, page. I don't know what page screen is. Oh no. Actually, go to device just to see what is everyone on mobile device? User other device in the list. Are you frozen? Oh, shit, you are frozen. Anywho, while we wait for Greg to come back, I'm just gonna enjoy my oatmeal. Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was my Wi-Fi because my son just came up and said it went out again.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But now it's bad. But it was funny because I was still on analytics, and it seemed to still be doing things.
Cash, man.
I don't know.
Cashy.
Anyway, there's action on there, so that's
there's action. There's good action on it, I have to say.
Yeah.
Just make sure the trend of visits continues, so it's just not one spike when people went in and never went back.
Yeah, we have our call today at 1, so we'll see if anybody comments on it.
I'm going to. I was reviewing how to set up the A/B test properly, and there's one thing I'm going to change. The thank you page in ThriveCart. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we're talking about something else, folks. The thank you page from ThriveCart is gonna lead to a proper thank you page on solobusiness.ca.
Okay.
And there, I think what a good idea would be is to place one of the 3 videos, like the basic steps that you need to take.
Right.
And then there's going to be a big link to the actual app.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because yesterday when I signed up, I don't know if you had the same experience. Like, there's a delay to get the email with the link to the app. So I had I got the email for the invoice.
Yes, immediately.
And then I clicked on that, I think. And then there was a link in there that I could go to.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into the app. But then when I went back to my email, then I had the other email that had the.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. There on the thank you page, which you get after purchasing the app, there's the link to the app.
Yeah.
Did you click that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's why I think another thank you page would be.
It's in the video that I recorded.
Yeah, and I also actually recorded the video. I've got nothing. Was your day in any shape or form bring you any insights and enlightenment that you can share with the audience?
No, well, I ended my Google ads that I ran for the last week on leadership for teens. And
how many clicks?
Later. I don't remember the number, but I've had lots of visits to my pages. I just no conversions. So clearly something's not right. So anyway, I'll have to spend some time at some point in the future trying to figure that out, but I've ended them for now. But chalk it up to another $500 lesson.
Oh man, you're frozen again. Bugger.